Aspirin, a pain reliever pill we are all familiar with, can be found in nearly every household. We reach for it when we have headaches, fevers, or body aches. This small drug has been helping people feel better since as early as the 1900s, when a man named Felix Hoffman discovered it in his lab. But have you ever wondered how it is made? This simple pill goes through quite a journey before it lands on the shelves of our pharmacies. In this text, we will take you through the process of how aspirin is made on a large scale. The main ingredient in aspirin is called salicylic acid. You might recognize this word if you use beauty products, but its history goes much deeper than just skincare. Salicylic acid is a natural substance found in plants like willow bark and meadowsweet. Centuries ago, civilizations like the Chinese, Romans, and even Native Americans discovered the healing properties of these plants. They used it to reduce pain and inflammation. Today, scientists make a synthetic version of salicylic acid to create aspirin, but its roots are still in the natural world. However, salicylic acid alone is not enough to make aspirin. A helper is needed, which is a special combination of carbon and oxygen atoms called an acetyl group. This helper changes salicylic acid into acetyl salicylic acid, which is the active ingredient in aspirin. To speed up the process, we also use something called a catalyst. You may remember from science class that a catalyst is a substance that makes a reaction happen faster. In aspirin production, the catalyst is usually sulfuric or phosphoric acid. Now that we have our ingredients ready, let's take a look at what happens next. In this step, a chemical process takes place called acetylation. This is when the acetyl groups attach themselves to salicylic acid, transforming it into acetyl salicylic acid. This is the key ingredient that gives aspirin its pain-relieving properties. The catalyst helps by creating the perfect environment for the reaction to happen. Imagine it as a conductor leading an orchestra, bringing everything together in harmony. As the acetyl group bonds with the salicylic acid, a new compound is formed, aspirin. But the journey isn't over yet. Now that we have made aspirin, it is still not ready to be used. The product we have is not pure yet, and it contains some impurities that need to be removed. This is where the purification process comes in. To purify the aspirin, a process called crystallization is used. This means dissolving the mixture in a solvent like water or ethanol. The solution is then heated to help separate the unwanted substances from the good aspirin. As the solution cools down, pure aspirin crystals start to form, leaving the impurities behind. This is a crucial step because it ensures that the final product is pure, safe, and effective. After crystallization, we need to separate the pure aspirin crystals from the remaining liquid. This is done using filtration equipment, which can be either rotary vacuum filters or pressure filters. These machines are designed to handle large volumes of liquid and solid material, making them perfect for separating the aspirin crystals. The solution of aspirin crystals and ethanol is transferred to a big tank, where it is stirred to keep everything mixed evenly. It is then pumped into the filter, which separates the solid aspirin crystals from the liquid ethanol. At the end of this step, we are left with pure aspirin crystals, but they are not quite finished yet. Even after filtration, there may still be tiny impurities clinging to the aspirin crystals. To remove these, the crystals are washed with water or a solvent. This ensures that every last bit of impurity is cleaned away. There are different methods for washing, such as spraying the crystals with a washer or dunking them into a tank. Once the crystals are cleaned, they need to be dried. The washing liquid is carefully drained, and the aspirin crystals are either left to air dry or rotated inside a machine called a rotary dryer. This step is important to remove any remaining moisture, leaving us with dry aspirin crystals ready for the next stage. Now that the aspirin crystals are dry, they are ground into a fine powder using a milling machine. This ensures that all the particles are the same size, which is important for making tablets or capsules. For tablets, the aspirin may be milled further to get an even finer powder. This powder is then ready to be turned into the familiar pills we take for pain relief. In this step, the powdered aspirin is shaped into tablets or put into capsules. The powder is pressed using a machine called a tablet press, which works like a giant stamp to form the tablets. For capsules, the powder is placed into gelatin casings. Whether in tablet or capsule form, each one needs to have the correct amount of aspirin to be effective. This is where quality control comes in. Throughout the production process, scientists take samples of the aspirin at different stages to make sure it meets strict quality standards. They measure the concentration of aspirin in each tablet or capsule to ensure that every dose is correct. If a batch passes these tests, it moves on to packaging. However, random samples are also checked to ensure everything is still up to standard. Detailed records are kept for every batch to track the quality of the product. Finally, the aspirin tablets or capsules are packaged into blister packs, bottles, or other containers. Each package is labeled with important information like the drug name, dosage, expiration date, and batch number. This makes it easy to trace the product back to the factory if needed. Instructions on how to take the medicine and warnings about possible side effects are also included. After packaging, the aspirin is ready to be shipped to stores and pharmacies, where it will help people relieve their pain and feel better. It's amazing to see how aspirin, a drug that has been used for centuries in various forms, is made today. From its natural origins in plants to the careful chemical processes in factories, this small pill has come a long way. Thanks to modern science, we can now enjoy the benefits of aspirin with confidence, knowing it is safe, pure, and effective for pain relief. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to watch more production videos. Thanks for watching.